Hello everyone, how are you? Hello everyone, how are you? Hello everyone, how are you? How are you today? Sorry I'm a bit late today. I've had two problems today. One is that I've been hiding from Mr. Eastwood because I chopped his cake in half, I ate half, and he's been looking for me, so I've been hiding from him all around the school. My second problem was that I brought Coco with me today, but all she does is sit outside Tom's cage, and I feel like they're talking, and as soon as I go out there they stop. And then I come back inside, and then as soon as I go out there they stop. So I've had a crazy morning. Today is Thursday. You should have completed some Clearboard work, and today is our sound day, isn't it, where you flick through the PowerPoints and see if you can read the sounds and the words. Today we're going to do two things. We're going to have a spelling test, ooh, and we're going to write a list. So you need to get a piece of paper, Clearboard or a workbook, and it's 1 to 8 today. Don't forget your brackets. Do you want to pop me on pause? Welcome back. Okay, are you ready? It's not red words, it's not digraphs, trigraphs, it's consonant blends. And there's a surprise consonant blend in here somewhere, and I'll tell you about it when we get to it. Next to number 1, please write dr, dr. Remember, with consonant blends, if you say them slowly, you can just sound them out separately. So dr would be dr, dr. Number 2, cl, cl. Number 3, and this is one I was telling you about. This is spr, spr, spr. With digraphs there are 2 letters. With trigraphs there are 3 letters that make one sound. With consonant blends there are 2 letters. If it's 3 letters, like spr, it's called a consonant cluster. Lots of letters that cluster together. When there's 3, it's a consonant cluster. So spr is 3 letters. Can you remember what they are? Next to number 4, please write nt, nt. Because I haven't seen you for ages, I don't know if you find the consonant cluster spelling tests easy peasy or really, really, really difficult. Hopefully when I see you next week you can show me. Number 5 is sn, sn. Sn. Number 6 is fl, fl, for flag, fl. Number 7 is grr, 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 grr. And number 8 is sp, sp, sp. If I've gone too fast for you, always just pop me on pause or just go back to the beginning and just have a quick check through again if you want to. Can you see Bagpuss in the background there with his mask on? I've got my visor here because I'm on my own in the classroom. I haven't got to wear it, but when children come back to school, I'll be wearing my visor. Looking really cool. Do not laugh at me when you get to school when I'm wearing that. Do not laugh. I'll be watching. Okay, let's have a look at the answers. Okay, number 1 was dr for drink. If you got it right, give it a tick. If you didn't, no problem, just write the correct version next to it. Number 2, cl for Did anyone write the kickinker? Again, it doesn't matter. They make the same sound, don't they? So it doesn't really matter. Just put a line through it and do the curly k. Number 3. Number 3 is our consonant, not consonant blend, consonant cluster. Cluster. So that means there's 3 letters in this one. And there it is. Sp, r, sp for spray. Give yourselves a round of applause if you got that one right. It's quite difficult. Number 4. Nt. Nt. And there's a picture of, it's mint. So why is it m-i-nt, mint. Mint. Number 5, sn for snip. Sn for snip. Number 6, fl for flag. Flag. Give it a tick if you got it right. Number 7 is gr for green. Gr for green. Gr. Give it a tick if you made a mistake, just pop the proper one next to it. And your last sound today was sp for spin. Sp for spin. Give yourselves a tick. How many did you get right? Do you want to count them up and then you can shout out to me? Wow, not bad at all. Well done. You really are working hard, even though we're not at school. I think I'm going to have to speak to Mr. Holditch again about some more cubes in our party pot. You're doing very, very well. Oh, and by the way, I received a letter this morning that I'd like to read to you. So here is one of the letters. Dear Granny, I am sorry for trying to eat your little girl. Sincerely, the wolf. Do I forgive you though? Thank you, Mr. Wolf. Thank you, Dr. Jones. So there you have it. I forgive you. Forgiveness is one of our Christian values at St. Peter's, isn't it? So, Mr. Wolf, I forgive you for chasing me, scaring me, and for trying to eat my granddaughter. Friends! So our story for this week is Little Red Riding Hood. Different things happen in different versions of the story, but I've got some little characters here to show me how the story goes. Once upon a time, there was a girl called Little Red Riding Hood. They called her that because of her beautiful red cape. There she is. Da, 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 da. One morning, Mummy said to Little Red Riding Hood, "Please can you take this basket to Grandma? She's not feeling very well." "Okay," said Little Red Riding Hood. "But remember, watch out for the big bad wolf." "Okay, Mummy." And off she went. Little Red Riding Hood was skipping through the forest. And suddenly, a wolf appeared. "Hello, young lady. Where are you going in such a hurry?" "I'm going to see my grandma. She isn't feeling very well." The wolf wanted to eat her. Suddenly, the wolf had an idea. Ding! "Why don't you go into the forest and pick Grandma some flowers? That will cheer her up." "Good idea, Mr. Wolf. Thank you. Goodbye." So the wolf decided why Little Red Riding Hood was picking Grandma some flowers, he would sneak ahead to Grandma's house. He knocked on the door. "Who is it?" I know Grandma doesn't look very ill, does she? "Who is it?" "It's me, Little Red Riding Hood." "Come in, my dear," said Grandma. Bang went the door, and in went the wolf. "You're not Little Red Riding Hood." "No, I'm the big bad wolf, and I'm going to gobble you up." "Ah!" said Grandma, and she ran and hid in the cupboard. The wolf didn't have time to worry about Grandma right now. He had to put his disguise on to get ready for Little Red Riding Hood. A disguise is when you dress up so you don't want people to see who you really are. The wolf put Grandma's glasses and nightcap on and snuggled into her bed. He looks funny. Just then, there was a knock at the door. Who is it? Hi, Grandma, it's me, Little Red Riding Hood. I've got a basket of goodies to cheer you up. Come in, my dear. Hello, Grandma. I bought you this basket of... Grandma, what big ears you have. All the better to hear you with, my dear. Red Riding Hood took one step closer. Grandma, what big eyes you have. All the better to see you with, my dear. She took one more step closer, and then scratching her head, she said, Grandma, what big teeth you have. All the better to gobble you up. Ah! Red Riding Hood let out a huge, great big scream. Just then, a woodcutter, who didn't have an axe that day, he had a bow and arrow, came into the cottage. Step away from her, Mr. Wolf. Ah! He didn't fire an arrow at the wolf, but he picked the wolf up, chucked him on his shoulder, and marched him off into the forest, and nobody saw him ever again. Little Red Riding Hood unlocked the cupboard and let Grandma out. They enjoyed their basket of goodies and they lived happily ever after. The end. Lovely. What a dangerous morning Little Red Riding Hood had. Why did she even go into the forest? I suppose she did have to go and see Grandma, who wasn't feeling very well. That was nice of Mummy to suggest that Grandma might like some fresh fruit or cakes or treats in a basket to cheer her up. Have you ever felt poorly? Sometimes I've had a high temperature, or I couldn't get out of bed, or my legs were aching, and I felt really, really sad and really sorry for myself. But my mummy always looks after me, and so does my daddy. And so sometimes even my brother's nice to me when I'm poorly. If you were poorly and somebody was bringing a basket to your house to cheer you up, what sort of things might cheer you up that could be in the basket? Have a think. I've decided on mine. We are going to choose 6 things that we like. Not the same things. I know number 1 would definitely be chocolate for me. It might not be very good for me if I'm unwell, but it would definitely put a smile on my face. Number 2 would probably be a book to read if I was stuck in bed. So chocolate and a book. Maybe a flannel. Sometimes if I have a headache, I put a wet flannel on my head, so a flannel would be good. That would make me feel better. Some medicine would be good. What else? Have a think to yourself about what you would like, and then you can watch me write mine down before you do your own work. Okay, my list is ready. Don't worry if you haven't decided on your objects that to go in the basket. It doesn't matter. We'll look at mine first and you can have a think of yours later. Could you help me write mine? Is that okay? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dots down the side of the page. They are to help us do write a line, miss a line, write a line, miss a line, but also they can be called bullet points. And bullet points are really useful if you're writing a list. So we're going to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 objects, 6 points that I would like to write to go in my basket. Why do they call them bullet points? Bullet points. I suppose, I don't know if you can see mine actually, you've got them on yours. I suppose the little dot looks like someone's shot a gun and the bullet's gone straight through the paper. Maybe. Okay, I'm just going to turn one of the lights off so we can see a bit better. Okay, my first one, number 1, is definitely chocolate. Chocolate. Can you help me sound that out, please? Chocolate. Where should I put my pen? Behind my ear. Chocolate. That's really long. I'm going to split it in half actually and do chocolate. Choc first. Ch is a digraph, isn't it? Ch. What does look like? Can you tell me, please? Thank you. Oh, you want me to draw the eyeballs? Okay. Chocolate. How many digraphs? One there and one there. You're getting so good at this. Chocolate. A book. A book. A book. B. 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 Is B reach for the sky? Yes, B. Boot. 2 fingers. Yes, Fred. Fred's making sure you watch me. 2 fingers. B. Book. B. Again. B. I'll do the eyeballs. B. Book. It's a kicking k for book. So these things would make me feel better. All of that food would be great, but chocolate, a book, medicine, I said, didn't I? Medicine. That's another long word. Medicine, medicine, med. I'm going to do med first. Med. Med. Sun. Again. Medicine. Sun. Medicine. Chocolate, a book, medicine. A flannel. I wanted that for my head, didn't I? How do you spell flannel? Flannel. We've just done it in our consonant blend for flag. Flannel. Chocolate, a book, medicine, a flannel. My teddy to give me a hug. Teddy. Ted. It's doubled. Doubles. I can write doubles. Ted-E. And it's not E, what can you see? It's the Y one. It's really confusing, isn't it? Teddy. Chocolate, a book. Medicine. What does that say? Sometimes, do you ever do your writing and then you can't really read it back? You can't work out what it says. Can you help me with this one? Flannel, thank you. Who was that? Well done. Flannel, teddy. And do you know what would make me feel really, really happy? If I could see you, that would make me so happy. So maybe in the basket, Little Red Riding Hood could bring me a photo of you guys. That would make me so happy. I can't wait to see you again. I've forgotten what you look like. So a photo. Oh, blow the snow. Double O. Photo. Crazy. So chocolate, a book, medicine, a flannel, a teddy, and a photo. A photo of you guys would make me so happy. So that's my list. Have a think to yourselves, what would make you happy? You can choose anything you like. It's your basket. Okay, I hope you get on okay with that writing. And I'm going to go and sort Coco and Tom out and find out what's going on out there. And I'll see you later on for maths. Bye, guys.